Here are the biggest new game releases of August 2023. First up, on August 1st is Verses of Enchantment for PC. Boy, does this look like a fancy pants game. It's like a card battle game that takes place in a world where poetry holds magical power. So it's like Hearthstone, only the battles pit Robert Frost against E.E. Cummings or something. Yes, I did have to look those names up on Google. Why do you ask? On August 3rd, we have arguably one of the biggest releases of the summer as Baldur's Gate 3 exits early access to come out on PC, with the PS5 release coming later on. This game has been in early access for quite a while, and anticipation has been ramping up for it, especially since, the bear thing. The bear thing that everyone's talking about, the bear thing. I think at this point, everybody knows about the bear thing, so much so that it's like the number one thing that's contributing to the hype of this game. I didn't even know that J.K. Simmons played a villain in this game. All I knew was the bear thing. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, you go look it up and prepare yourself to be confused, horrified, and maybe even strangely aroused. On August 7th is Videoverse for PC. This is a narrative adventure that seems to take place during the early days of the internet and online gaming, where it was possible to make a simple post about your favorite game without being torn to shreds by faceless people on the internet for daring to have an opinion. I miss those days. I truly do. On August 8th, we have Gourd for PS5, Xbox Series X/S, and PC. Now, as a Canadian person, I have met many people named Gourd who all look like this. But this game seems to be a real-time strategy game about building a gourd, which according to Wiktionary is a medieval Slavonic fortified settlement. And then after that, you have to defend it from monsters. These are all things that the gourds that I've met would be unable to do. They're more about sitting around a campfire and smoking. Also out on August 8th is WrestleQuest for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, Nintendo Switch, and PC. This isn't your typical wrestling game, as it's a turn-based RPG where you can summon classic wrestling icons to help you win battles. That sounds way more interesting than your standard RPG summons. Like, imagine you were playing Final Fantasy XVI and instead of Ifrit, Clive was able to transform into Macho Man Randy Savage. That's just a better game. On August 10th, Atlas Fallen comes out on PS5, Xbox Series X/S, and PC. I hadn't heard about this game until I started looking at this month's release dates. It's an action game that takes place on a desert world where you battle monsters and presumably get sand everywhere. Might be good. On August 15th, we've got Moving Out 2 for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Never played the first Moving Out, but I'm a sucker for these kind of Overcooked-like cooperative games, so I wouldn't mind grabbing some friends and arguing with them about the best way to get a couch through a doorway. Then on August 16th is Unguard for PC. I actually played the demo for this one when they had one of those Steam Next Fest events with all the demos. It was pretty fun. It uses a similar combat system to Rocksteady's Arkham games, only with fencing swords and colorful swashbuckling battles, instead of, brutally disconnecting someone's spinal cord with a well-placed bat punch. On August 18th, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre rips its way onto PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, and PC. It's another one of those Dead by Daylight-like asymmetrical multiplayer horror games. Man, that's a lot of descriptors, where one group plays as the survivors, and then 3 other people attempt to eviscerate them as the killers, which is different because usually in these games, there's just one killer. Although, I gotta question why you'd want to play as anyone other than Leatherface, because he's the one with the Texas Chainsaw. He's the Texas Chainsaw Massacrer. It would be pretty lame if you get stuck playing as his dad or his aunt or his roommate or something. August 18th also has a game with the fantastic name of Bomb Rush Cyberpunk for Nintendo Switch and PC. I mean, it's called Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. That's worth a buy alone. It's also a spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio, which is just the icing on this funky cake. But if you don't feel like killing folks with a chainsaw or getting cyberfunky, August 18th also has Madden NFL 24 for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, and PC. I mean, I don't really need to say much about this game. It's Madden. I think everybody knows what Madden is at this point. For some of you, this is literally the only game that you're ever going to buy each year. So have fun with the Super Bowl. And you know, I was trying to think of a single football player and I just couldn't do it. I remember Bo Jackson from Tecmo Bowl. Does that count? Does he still play? He was cool. And he played baseball. August 22nd has Immortals of Avium for PS5, Xbox Series X/S, and PC. This could be good. It's an FPS that uses magical powers instead of guns. The story and the world, based on the trailers, they seem a bit Marvel-y, which doesn't really gel well with the kind of fantasy world they're aiming for here. But I like the look of the flashbang, boom, pow, magic powers, so it could end up being a sleeper hit. Or it could be mid. Who knows? Also on August 22nd is Fort Solis for PS5 and PC. For some reason, this game is putting a lot of emphasis on having both Roger Clark and Troy Baker doing voiceovers. So at least this is gonna have good voice acting, even if I'm not really sure what the actual game is going to be. August 24th has Blasphemous 2 for PS5, Xbox Series X/S, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The first one was pretty good, but all I really want is that messed up art style that's influenced by pseudo-religious Catholic imagery, and it seems like we're gonna get more of that, so I'm sold. On August 25th, Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, smashes its way onto PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, and PC. We've actually got a little preview for this game up on the channel that you should also check out, where Eric Schweitzer drives a mech. I'm still not fully sure if this game is going to have Souls-like elements in it, but it does look like it's going to have that From Software level of quality that we've all come to expect. So I can't wait to blow up some robots. I also can't wait until someone makes a mod for this game that turns all of the mechs into Transformers. That's gonna be good. And then there's just a whole bunch of games that are all coming out on August 29th. So let's run through them. Sea of Stars releases for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, Nintendo Switch, and PC. This is from the people who made The Messenger. And with that game, they were trying to emulate the old Ninja Gaiden series, and with this one, it looks like they're trying to invoke the feelings of classic 16-bit RPGs, like Chrono Trigger and Super Mario RPG. It's been a bit since I played the demo, but I believe it does that thing where you time the button presses to do more damage and take less damage. And if you're gonna make a turn-based RPG nowadays, you should pretty much have that mechanic, because it's essential. If you don't have that, what are we doing? Then there's Goodbye Volcano High for PS4, PS5, and PC. This looks like one of them Life is Strange-like narrative games about very modern-looking dinosaur teenagers who look like they're going to be smushed by a giant meteor. I have a sneaking suspicion that this is gonna be one of them games where you're gonna cry a lot at it. Or you're gonna laugh at the moments where they want you to cry. It could go either way. Under the Waves will be out on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, Nintendo Switch, and PC. This is being published by Quantic Dream and is a narrative adventure that takes place beneath the ocean. And if you happen to be like me and you have an irrational fear of the ocean, then this game, it might not be for you. It's not for me. None of these games are for me. I tried playing Subnautica once and that was a disaster. I don't like the ocean. Just blow up the ocean. I don't want anything. The ocean's bad. Samba de Amigo Party Central arrives on the Nintendo Switch. If you're someone who already pretends that your Joy-Cons are maracas, then this is the game for you. Also, you're weird. And the last game of August, and of August 29th in particular, is Rhapsody Marl Kingdom Chronicles for PS5, Nintendo Switch, and PC. This looks like a collection of Rhapsody 2 and 3, because this series had a 2 and a 3 at some point. That's the fun part of doing these release date videos. I get to discover whole game franchises that have just existed. It had multiple sequels somehow, and they usually involve magical JRPG children for some reason. There's just a whole bunch of these. Kinda crazy how it just keeps happening. And that's all the game releases for this month. Did I miss any? Feel free to let me know in the comments below and tell us what your most anticipated game of August is as well. And for more gaming news and guides, check out thegamer.com. I'm Jamie Latour, and thanks for watching.